Very brand new film releasing day and date on Peacock Premium and in theaters. The film stars Jennifer Lopez, Owen Wilson, Maluma, John Bradley, and Sarah Silverman, and tells a story. Jennifer Lopez's character is about named Kat is about to marry her fiance in front of 20 million people on stage, played by Maluma. But it turns out he cheated on her behind her back. So in the moments, Jennifer Lopez's character looks into the crowd and she sees Owen Wilson's character with a "Marry Me" poster up, and she says yes, and that begins their at times fake romantic relationship turns into a real romantic relationship. The film's an hour and 54 minutes and is PG-13. Welcome back to a brand new movie review here at Max Talks Movies. We're talking about Marry Me. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I love talking movies, TV shows, and box office. So like any one of those things, subscribe, ring the bell. So you know if I when those videos come out. Comment down below your thoughts. First of all, did you see Marry Me in theaters or on Peacock? Or you can check it out on Valentine's Day, all those things. Please leave me a comment, like the video, the thumbs up on the more likes, the more people can check out this video. So let's talk about Marry Me. So I really didn't have any expectations for this movie. I actually watched this at home on Peacock just based on my schedule. I didn't have enough time to go to the theater this upcoming weekend. So I just wanted to watch Marry Me at home. And it's let's talk about my positives, my negatives. I'm only giving my score out of 5 stars and my percentage. It's a really easy 2 hours to watch this movie. I mean, this is one of the easiest romantic comedies that I've seen so far in like a year. Because, yes, is this adding something new to the genre? It's definitely not. Are these type of characters that you've seen before in romantic comedies? They are, but it really comes together because Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson have really great chemistry. We all know Jennifer Lopez is one of the biggest, more famous actresses in the rom-com genre. She did that even like 20 years ago. So this is just her genre, and she knows when to fit in. She needs to be the girl, the innocent person who's going after someone, or if she's like this mega superstar and all the responsibilities. I do think that Jennifer Lopez, obviously one of the most talented people in the world, continues to prove why she can still go as an actor. This is a really good performance, not just because, yes, she's a pop star in the movie, but she has really endearing, relatable chemistry with Owen Wilson, who is like a math teacher at his school, single father. And of course, these people should have never met, but of course they have to meet for this movie to happen. But also, it's also really nice to see Owen Wilson in this type of movie. He's obviously had romantic roles, but this is kind of his first major rom-com, at least I can remember, in a really long time. And he's really nice in the movie. Again, the movie works because you are really, the two of them have just fantastic chemistry. And it's kind of cute at times watching the two of them go to things together, the way they interact. It's really, at times, feels like this could really happen if this would ever happen. It feels like this is how the relationship would go. And that's because the romantic relationship between the two of them is also very well written. And Lopez and Wilson obviously have to carry that with really genuine, authentic, and great chemistry performances that they do deliver. I said, it's an easy movie to watch. There's times to laugh. There's times to be really serious. There's times just to be like having fun. And this movie wants to have fun. And you can tell that the people behind the camera and in front of the camera had a lot of fun making this movie, which actually makes me, as at least my opinion is, and when you're watching a movie, you can tell people are having fun watching it. It makes you have more fun watching it because they cared about the product. And that's what it feels like. Jennifer Lopez was a producer on this film. She has a lot of songs in the film, a lot of really solid songs as well. I think it's one of them is called "On the Way," which is my favorite song in the movie. Obviously, not the "Marry Me" song itself. Nice to see John Bradley, who I just saw last week in Moonfall. He is, again, really solid again in this role. Again, nice to see Sarah Silverman. It's never bad to see her in a movie, but it really comes down to these two actors, and they do have really good chemistry. And I really just had a fun time watching the movie. I didn't really have to critique it as hard as I'm going to do now, but I just had a fun time watching this movie. And rom-coms are not really up my alley, but this one for me does work for the most part. But let's get to my negatives with the film. And that's that, yes, this movie adds absolutely nothing to the romantic genre, to the rom-com genre. You've seen this movie a billion times. If you see enough romantic comedies, if you want a fresh romantic comedy, I'm not quite sure this is the one. I think if you're a big Jennifer Lopez fan, you have to watch this movie because she has a lot of songs in it. She's obviously the main character. But I do think at times it's a little bit, the movie does feel like at times a Jennifer Lopez music showcase. There's multiple like music video sequences in the movie when Jennifer Lopez is singing a new song. It gets a bit ridiculous, repetitive as the movie goes on. You kind of get it at first because they have to set up this whole "Marry Me" performance, but then it keeps going on where the film needs to show passage of time or what the people are doing in their romantic relationships. They kind of put a Jennifer Lopez song over it and have going back and forth with with her actually recording the song and then going back to the actual events that are happening during the montage. It's a little bit too many Jennifer Lopez music videos that happen. There's like 3 or 4, it feels like, music videos that do feel really distracting to the actual movie because it feels like at times you'll get really sucked in and then it's time to show off a new Jennifer Lopez song. And that happens like 2 or 3 times during the movie. That was a bit disappointing. I also really loved the first half of the movie, and the second half I thought was just okay. Of course, it is very cheesy. Some of the dialogue is extremely cheesy. Of course, we need our romantic comedy to end with someone confessing their love in front of a group of people, and it kind of gets a bit too cliche towards the third act of the movie. I thought Sarah Silverman was, you know, I said it was nice to see her in the movie. Her character, her comedy was shockingly not that good. I don't think I laughed at any of the jokes from Sarah Silverman, which is rare because I think she's hilarious. She was not funny in this movie. And I don't think he had enough time, I guess, buying. And also, there's obviously has to be some inner drama between Lopez and Wilson's character because it's a romantic comedy. And I just thought the way that they broke up again, it felt so forced. And it feels like, oh, it's time in the movie where we need to have some drama between our main characters. It didn't feel like it was a authentic way to get them to split up for a period of time. But overall, I had a genuinely good time with Marry Me. I don't think it's the greatest romantic comedy, of course, but it's just a nice, solid romantic comedy that I think everyone, if you like romantic comedies and you want a new one on Valentine's Day, I would definitely recommend checking out Marry Me in the theaters and on Peacock Premium. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm going to go 70% for Marry Me. I really did have a fun time with this movie, shockingly for coming from me. So that's my thoughts on Marry Me. Like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. More videos coming down the line, including reviews for Tall Girl 2, which will be coming out tomorrow, including box office breakdown, breakdown on Monday, Euphoria review on Monday, Peacemaker on Thursday, and also next Thursday, you'll get my review of Uncharted. So please stay connected to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.